Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to another weekly market forecast with Yemi Olaleye. I'm a market analyst with FX Pro, and this is the weekly market forecast. Starting from the fundamental outlook, which focus on what will happen in the markets from 30th of March till 2nd or 3rd of April. And let's see the fundamental insight before we move into the technical outlook of the business for this week. Last week was a very good one. Starting for this week, we have the US dollar coming up first as the first high impact news for this week on 30th, which is on Monday, and that's 3:30 p.m. Nigerian time, where Federal Chair Powell will be speaking. So Jerome Powell is expected to be speaking, and that will also make so much sense when we understand how to move around without really putting ourselves in a tight corner. High volatility is expected at some point, and we need to be careful with how we view the market going forward for the week. And with that being said, that is our impact news. On Tuesday, we have another high impact news on Canadian dollar and USD, which is the JOLTS job opening. Also, this is another high impact news in the market that we have to watch out for. On the Wednesday, we have the 1:15 p.m. US dollar coming up with ADP non-farm employment change. And also we have that of 1:30 p.m., which is also US dollar. So basically, US dollar has high impact news much for this week. We have to be careful how we move around it. Then on the Thursday, we have US dollar unemployment claims and bank holiday on NZD and AUD. Continuation of that bank holiday starts or continues on the last trading day of the week, which is the April 3rd, where we have CHF, Euro, and Great Britain pounds and Canadian dollar observing the bank holiday. The only news that will be active on that day will be US dollar 1:30 p.m. non-farm payroll, and that also has significant impact in the market. These are the highlights of the impact news we have for this week, and let's see how we move around with the technical outlook. Starting from the DXY, last week was a very good one because we made profit over this analysis for last week, and let's see the projection going forward for this week so we can have the opportunity in the market. Now, on the first instance, we need to understand that we didn't just bounce up for a buy from here. It's highly high time frame recommendation. So we went to a monthly time frame. I won't be doing that now. I've done that multiple times. We went to a lower higher time frame recommendation. And when we see the monthly time frame, it gave us a buy momentum, and that's what we've been following over the weeks. So this is still projecting to us that we're looking for more buy. On weekly time frame perspective, this was my outlook for last week, where I said I will be looking for more buys to break above this dotted line as 100.46, and I'm expecting the price to move into a level of 104.167. So this, I'm not going to touch it to avoid repetition. There is no time. And that is my projection for this week on DXY, expecting more bullish momentum on that. On daily time frame perspective, it looks just like that. At some point, I was expecting that the price will actually visit this zone, and from there we can have more buy. But currently, I won't be looking at that now. I will be expecting this level to just get heated and break above, so we can have a smooth ride into the daily time, into the weekly time frame. And right there is where I'm expecting the market to give that momentum. On the 4 hour time frame, excuse me, too much of data. What we can see here is a just movement, and we've been seeing the range back and forth over time, and nothing is really happening there. Then we're looking for more buy at the end of the day. Peradventure, what if we see a sell in the market? If the market looks bearish before it continues to buy again, well, I'll be looking at that. Excuse me. I'll be looking at that to get to this level. Right, yeah. Okay, I'll be looking at that to get to this level and still break it above. So overall, this is still a very good look for the market for this week. So this is what I'll be expecting to see. All right, quickly, let's go to the daily, to the next one, which is the currency pairs, and let's see the reaction we have of the currency pair levels. All right, on the last, okay, let's just go to the weekly straight up. On the weekly, what are these ones? I use this one for training, I guess. So on the weekly time frame perspective, what we had here is very simple. Over the week, we had a bullish momentum. We have a bearish momentum. We made profit of them anyways. So we expecting more bearish momentum for last week. So let's start with what happened. And this week, the last week we finished, we were profitable on this currency pair. And I'm expecting more sell into this range, which is the monthly range right there. And at the end of the day, I want to see the price reacting of that zone. So on the daily time frame perspective, what am I expecting? I'm expecting to see more sell there based on what the price is showing right now. And with this information, it means we could just be waiting to see how the price is going to break below here at 1.141. And with that outlook, therefore, it means we still be sitting below that level for profitability ratio, for higher profitability ratio. So anywhere below this level is expected for the price to move into in the future. So if I'm going to have a zone, at least we need to have a target, right? Below this level is where we expected the price to still break below in the nearest future. From there to the current market price will be about 292 pips, and that is exactly around where I will be expecting the market to react from, because at the end of the day, just that clarity. So let's move with the clarity going forward for this week. It's going to make much sense. So on the daily time frame perspective, like I said, I'll be looking for more sell right there. And we have a guide already. On weekly time frame, we can tell we have a zone where the price is actually looking good to come into. This level is very good. I think I should be taking it out probably next week. I should be taking out this level. And from now, I should be taking it out. So I'll be expecting the price to actually get in here. From there, I want to see more reaction. So basically, I'm talking about this zone. Okay. Whether I'll be breaking below here or be bouncing up from here. It depends. So let's see how the markets move here first, and we'll talk more about that zone later. But for this is what I have on that. On a 4-hour time frame perspective, is there anything really looking interesting? Well, let's see. Why did I put this here? I was expecting the level to react here before, I guess. So on 4-hour time frame, yes, this is what it looks like. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening here. On 1 hour time frame, I have something here before now. I looking for a buy in a live class on Friday. I gave out this level that we would be buying from here going forward for that day, but the price has not tapped into it. The Great Britain pound US dollar did similar thing. It tapped into it for 47 pips thereabouts before returning back into the zone. So basically, this is just a 1 hour demand zone, which I'm expecting the price to tap into before we have a buy. The buy may not necessarily have to be really much, but ideally, I'm expecting it to still move in a bit way, whereby we have 2:1 or 1:3 thereabout. Depending. So I'm still expecting more sell overall, but then I want to see the market actually giving a buy on this 1 hour time frame, respecting this zone going forward for the next momentum. Excuse me, I'm having cold. Sorry. So that is that on the 4 hour time frame perspective. Nothing is interesting. Then I want to see more sell overall. Okay, so that would be the thing for the EURUSD dollar. So if we have anything to do here, is to look forward to see this buy playing out a little before we continue selling. So if I want to do that properly, I have to be clear with the structure. I have to draw it like this. Okay, I have to draw it like this, and I think something like this would make more sense. Okay, so with that going forward, that would be the outlook for this week on EURUSD dollar. So that's that. And let's go to the Great Britain pounds USD. Let's see what we have there, because last week that also gave us some significant amount of profit on Monday and also on Friday on the live call. On weekly time frame perspective, let's see how it looks like. We have a momentum looking good for a bearish ride after this multiple times rejection on weekly time frame. This is the 4th week we are having this kind of movement within this range, and this is the 3rd week of that constant rejection. So looking like a shooting star right there, we'll be believing that the price will be doing more of a sell. So the price move into this price of range on a weekly time frame perspective. And from there to where it is right now, it's about how many pips in total? It's giving about 620 pips in total. So that looks good. And let's go straight to the daily time frame perspective and see what we're looking for. On the daily time frame, last week was a massive momentum for a bearish movement. And with this, I won't be saying we're looking for a straight sell, but overall, we're looking for a sell. But I want to see the price breaking below here. Once the price breaks below here, it gives an opportunity to see where the buyers will be moving into and where the market makers will be buying into before they start selling. And with that outlook, therefore, it gives us an insight on what to do next. On that, particularly, I'm going to take this out. On 4 hour time frame perspective, how does it look like exactly? The price is reacting. This is where the price reacted off the zone for the last week, so I don't need this anymore. All this momentum last week, we caught it because we anticipated a buy from there. All right, and currently the price is visiting this zone again, and let that just be it. So I'm going to 1 hour time frame because I have something here. On Friday, I gave a live call of this level to be taken for a buy, and it gave a little buy of about 47 pips or thereabout. Okay, eventually this 60 something pips. Okay, sorry, it did about 60 pips overall. So market now move back into that range. Actually, it has not hit the stop loss. It is very possible that the price still move a bit, but I'm not interested because I've taken mine from these movements. Okay, so if you have not, probably this could be your time, but your stop loss is right here. If it's giving a buy, right, it's good for 1 hour time frame perspective. For a short term buy, and then we're looking for sell overall to the price get into somewhere like here. And from there to the current market price should be giving us about 250 pips, which I believe the market can do more than half of that for this week. So going forward is a beautiful week and trade with caution. Okay, we have a lot of high impact news coming up for this week. On AUD US dollar, this was also a profitable week for us last week because my projection on it was to see the price actually giving a sell momentum, and I gave out the level which I'm expecting that to happen, and it happened on the lower time frame. Even on higher time frame, we can see the record right here with this candle, which it did over 140 pips for that last week alone. I said it was a great one because I knew that certainly it will still move. I don't just know when it's going to move. So I gave out the outlook ahead of time. And what I said, I projected, look at my projection line that I would be looking for the price to make a move. Look at the last week Friday candle, or Monday candle rather. This was last week Friday. My projection was to see the price from here, make the kind of move right here, sell right here to the price get in here. And this is a weekly time frame perspective, okay? So far so well. The market has really moved well. And on 4 hour time frame perspective, what do we have? Nothing much. I've seen it all. I've seen how the market move back and forth, back and forth. No price range that have not been completed here. And that's why I was avoiding it in the first place. So I was saying that if the price is able to break below here, that's where we should be selling off. And over time, we saw how the market did that. And of course, yes, markets reacted to that level and started selling off from there. Multiple confirmations could have suggested that as well. But then this, I will leave it, I will let it run. This is a trade I'm leaving here to run to this level on 4 hour time frame perspective. I just refined that zone as it's sometimes last week because I have a demand here. So that is what I'll be going with for this week going forward. And that is the momentum I'm carrying everywhere. All right, that is that on 4 hour time frame perspective. Though on the 1 hour time frame perspective on AUD US dollar, could we be having something really, really interesting, something else? What if the market just chose to do otherwise? Or that's not bad. It's possible, but my form of analysis is different. I can actually see this level is a valid sell level in the future. So why am I saying that now? I just have to make it clear. This is about 200 pips to the upside, which I'm not actually seeing happening. Okay, I'm not actually seeing this happening, but I'm just saying it ahead of time. This is a good zone for a sell. This is how it looks to have a good zone for a sell. So in the future, if we are going to be selling this, that means I can put something like this here just for the future, for the record. Not necessarily the price has to do this now. Okay, just for the record, just for the record. Let's be clear, just for the record. Okay. I don't like the repetition anyways, so that's why I'm keeping quiet. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. It is very possible that the price reacts to this zone later on. Yes, it is very possible as well, but just let's have this level. I think I saw it, so I have to talk about it. This is the 1 hour time frame perspective, nothing really much there. Do I need to take out this one? Yeah, I need to. Yes, so continuation of this week is very fantastic. If peradventure we have a short-term buy just above this high, the price still retracing back, then that means we'll be expecting more sell into that zone right there. So anyhow it is, this week is going to be a fantastic one. That's all I'm saying. So regardless of how they want to move, we're already here. We want to see how they move. We want to align with them when they're ready to move. And that is the most important thing. It's not about being right. We're not here to be forming right or Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. Okay. So yeah, that is the idea for the trading week for this one. And AUD US dollar is a good one. I'm still looking for overall sell. Don't forget that. On the NZD US dollar, this is quite amazing. I saw this momentum. So last week I projected I will be having more sell on it too. That we have multiple times rejection on this candlesticks time frames, on these time frames rather with these candlesticks. And I'm looking for when the price will actually break below this level right here. On Friday, okay, let's just go to the day time frame. That was for entire last week, okay? So before then, I talked about this trend line here that it has to be broken. Once it's broken and settled below, the price will continue sell till the price gets here. And with that, For last week alone, the price actually did about how many pips in total? This did about 144 pips or 150 pips in total because we projected this for a sell too. So my projection going forward for this week is I want to see the price breaking below here, and from there I want to see the price hitting this level in the nearest future. So not like I couldn't say this last week, I can, but I was telling you that we looking for the future opportunity, yes, but at the same time we need to be careful of the current because the money we can make in the current will give us the hope of what we want to do in the future. There's no really future if you can make it now. If you don't understand now, there's no really need for future because you can sit and broke. We don't want to sit and broke. We're traders, we want to trade, we want to at least understand how the market move and learn. All right, going forward for this week, yeah, I'll still be looking for more sell overall. All right, if you don't know what to do at all, place this with a low lot size, do your own research and your market analysis and confirm your entry with this now. It makes more sense. All right. From here, we could be buying off. That's what I mean. Okay, this is daily time frame perspective. On the 4 hour time frame, do we have any opportunity there? Yes. Last week, I gave out this zone. I gave out this call right here that we will be looking forward. Looking for is a buy into this level before we start selling off. Okay. And look at the stop loss level. The price actually bought for that Monday, but it didn't take out the stop loss for there, and it gave a continuation of a sale of about 147 to 150 pips, so to say. So going forward for this week, my projection is very, very simple. Expecting more sell as the market move into that range. To be more detailed than this, to be more detailed and precise on this, there's no way I'm seeing the price sitting again. No precise level. It's not looking nice because of this week. Just look forward for more sell. That's what I'll say. So this one has completed its own movement. And then well, if we have to indulge the price in a way, I would just say waiting to see the price break above this high, anywhere within this level, giving us a sell momentum, and then moving straight into the zone we're expecting. So that will be it for me for NZD US dollar. I don't want to go to lower time frame than this, okay? NZD USD, we're done with that. On the USD card, let's see what we have on the weekly. This also gave us some significant amount of money last week, which I told you already. As last week, I said we'll be looking for more buy till the price gets here. So last week gave us that simple buy momentum over 185 pips, and it's massive. So what are we looking for? Expecting more buy as the market move into this range, and of course this is another level which we can be expecting the market to move into. On the daily time frame perspective, look at how it looks like. So what is actually here? Why didn't we expect more sell from here? Because I saw this level as a higher level that which the market is more reliable when it comes to price action. So with that, excuse me, with that being said, am I expecting more sell from here going forward? Yes, a little bit of sell, but it's still looking much bullish right now based on what the price is actually showing. So this aside, looking at what the market has done over the time, if you look at this level carefully, you'll see that we have a high structure that's been taken out completely here. And with this zone there, excuse me, excuse me, please. So, with this being said, we mean we'll be looking for more sell momentum, a little, just a little, before we have more buy. And ideally, we've not taken away any zone right there. And this is actually a sell zone on the weekly time frame perspective. That means that we can't be waiting to see the price actually eating up this level and breaking that level later. Okay, you get what that means, right? On the 4 hour time frame perspective, I don't want to elongate this so much unnecessarily. This is what I would just be looking for. On the 4 hour time frame, we are seeing the price actually giving a very massive buy momentum without significant retracement over the time. All right. So with that being said, what can we be expecting of this guy? Sorry, USD card. He completed a move. Actually, yes, I should be expecting a little bit of sell momentum, but not really nice. The price action right here, it's everywhere. Balance price range almost everywhere. So if I'll be doing that, well, I could be looking for a structure like this to work with in the future. All right. So that means I could be waiting to see how this will play out this way and breaking above it overall. So that would be the thing for me right there. So if I'm going to walk around this, this is exactly what I will be doing. So going forward for the week, this is the USD card outlook. On the higher time frame, don't forget, we're looking for more buy. On the higher time frame perspective, this level, we're looking for it to smash below and we're looking for more buy. So which means on the higher time frame, this zone will be where we'll be looking for, not the previous one right there. This one will be where we'll be looking for. Okay, this one will be our favorite legal zone where we'll be looking for, and that is where we want to buy from. So let's see how this unfolds. Don't let us to Don't let us project over much on this one. Don't let us do it too much. And let's keep it simple. When the market opens, we have more insight. I'm still coming back here. We still talk about this all week long. So we are very much available. All right, that is what I'm looking at on this one, particularly USD card is still more bullish momentum overall. So nothing I want to say about that again. And the USDJPY also, this is on the weekly time frame perspective I want to go into. We may profit off this one too because it moved with a direction for last week. And what was it? Buy. So we're looking for more buy into this range. As the market's moving into this range, we're looking for a sell, a little bit sell before we start buying again. That is what I said. So on the daily time frame perspective, is the market there already looking familiar to what we've seen before? I have to minimize this guy. I have to make it a little bit stricter now. I don't want a price to mix up with every price levels. I want specific zones where the market can actually get to without risking much. All right. So I've refined that. It's called refinement. So I've refined it just now. This is what I'll be doing. I'll be waiting to see the price actually buy more into this level. And when it gets there, I want to see more sell. Peradventure, the price sells overall later on DXY if it gets weakened. This is a very good buy zone for us on the USD JPY, but I'm taking that out now so you don't get confused. But for me, personally, I'll be looking for more buy into this range before I look for a sell. On the 4 hour time frame perspective, let's see how this one look like. On the 4 hour time frame perspective, this is nothing much here. Nothing. It has broken the previous high structure, sustaining high momentum for an uptrend. And with that being said, if peradventure will be having a reasonable retracement, where exactly could that be? Nothing much. The moment the price action there, the buy looks like weak. It looks weaker. And if we're going to be looking out for any opportunity right there, we'll just sit and wait around this level. Overall, we're looking for a buy, so that's why I don't want to get lost with this whole retracement thing. All right, I'm not interested in the 10 pips retracement for 100 pips real movement. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting. I peradventure if this guy chose to sell a little bit to retrace, this is what I'll be looking out for. Expecting the price to move into this range at about 159.697 or 159.70 and starts buying from there. But currently, overall, on the daily time frame perspective, what I'm looking at is very different. I want to see more buy. The buy we still have here is still about how many pips in total? About 163 pips in total. So that makes so much sense when we look at it from this perspective and that angle. All right, going forward, let's go to the next one. With too much data here. You can see where the price leads us to, right? This is just it above here. Above here, stop losses are residing. So that's why I'm heading with this level to, I'm heading with these guys to this level. All right. I'm looking for more buying to this level before I start selling off. Okay. And that being said, let me just put something like this there. So it doesn't look like nothing is here for you. All right. So this is it here. A little bit of it again. And come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So this one, and this one. So this is what I'll be putting out there. All right. This looks good, right? If the market comes back into this level later, we're looking for a buy, right? So let's just keep it this way. That's what I'm having for you for this week on USDJPY. Going forward, we have something similar on USDCHF. This is very simple. Expecting the price to move into here. Last week, I told you we'll be looking for more buy overall, even though I was expecting the price to sell into this level before buying. Price did not. And clearly, for that first day, markets moved and up and down, that kind of whipsaw movement. We saw it, and I still projected we're looking for more buy here for last week. So overall, market did a fantastic job of over 120 pips into that level, and currently is sitting at 0.7989. I'm expecting more buy momentum till the price gets in here before we now look for a sell. So USDCHF looks good for this purpose, and I'll be looking for more buy for the week on USDCHF overall. Okay. With that being said, we have any level the price can actually react to it if it actually choose to sell. All of these levels, like I said, it's kind of choky. It's really choking. And when you look at what the market has done here so far so well, it's not bad. It's just that I'm not seeing any price level which the market can actually relate to it easily with that zone. So 1 hour time frame perspective, USD CHF, we could be seeing somewhere. Where could that be? Okay, this is a zone here. I'm seeing a zone here which looks good as a demand on 1 hour time frame perspective. If the market actually choose to sell, I think that's what I could have done on the previous one too, go to 1 hour time frame. But there's no time for that anymore, anyways. But then really good. With the price bouncing here, we're looking for more buy going forward from this level. So that will be fine. That will be the thing for this one. Right here, it's a good opportunity. This week, we're looking for more buy overall here. Overall, yeah, buy. Buy till the price gets here before we start looking for a sell. So I wish you success on that. And let's see what we have. Gravity Pass. No, I'm not checking it out. I have not. I've told you before now. I'm looking for the buy till the price gets here. Since the 6th of March, I gave this live call in Port Harcourt, or even before then, I've been talking about this already. And you know my stance on this for those that have been listening to me for a while. We see how the market has been creating higher highs and higher lows over time consistently. That tells you more about what the price is having to do. The intention is clear. We're looking for more buy till the price gets here. So I'm not checking out this one particularly, and I'll skip every other one. Okay, I'm trying to reduce the number of guys I work with. Now, this is the gold. Last week, momentum was very simple. We talked about gold, that it was going to react this way, and it did. So ideally, if you look at what the market is creating right now, it's like we're having a sell, and out if we go straight down into this level of 3,300. It looks like it's impossible, but that's what God has shown us right here, that there is nothing actually impossible. So price swept through that low of last week expectation, and currently it ended as a doji. That means buyers and sellers are still really, really worried about that, and we have a massive bearish momentum for last previous week, which was here. So ordinarily you could have told, or you could have tell, now last week we're going to have a sell, which was mighty one. Though we have a buy over at the end of the day, not overall. So this price right here looks good. Rest can actually be visiting here. High momentum on gold now looks more beautiful, and you can tell the level we want to buy from before the last week swept through this market on Monday. That's where the market is still sitting currently. So the last trading days on this was more of a range, all right? And if we want to do anything with that information, it means we could be waiting to see how the price move upward a little bit before it starts selling again. I'm going to take this out. Also, I could be taking this out. I could leave it. I'm taking this out because it's done. We're done with it. This is a level which the market has taken out. What does that tell you? It moves to a range. And with this, it means that we might be having a little bit of buy momentum into this kind of range, and we still sell further going forward for the week. So with this outlook, therefore, on the it's not the best form of levels I'll be looking for. Actually, yes, it is not. But we have a week here, and that's really baffles me because I wished that this level was going to be taken out this way. I would have really loved to analyze it this way and expect the market to move that way. So going forward with this week, well, let's see how the markets move overall with that. I have no objection. I just want to see how the market react. Okay, let's go to 1 hour time frame to just keep it simple. I don't have there's plenty drawings and the rest is really annoying. Yeah. Okay, this one I gave out on the weekly the other time. I'm just taking it out, please. Let me just take it out. It's we have a good buy zone on 45 minutes time for 15 minutes time frame last week. Okay, let me just show you. This was it, 15 minutes time frame perspective for a buy, a short term buy, yeah, which was here. And look at it, it tapped into it and it gave that buy. All right, it's not much, but the price went back and claimed everything. But that should be a break even for a wise trader. So with this one being said, I look forward to see how the market is going to react. More like we should be seeing multiple zones. I'm taking this out. It's done. I'm taking this out. Okay. Even the last week one, I'm taking it out. All right. So let's work with new zones now. We have here. We have here. I'm taking this. Should I delete this one? I should leave it. Okay, I should leave it. This one we have a buy momentum. Below here is your stop loss level. And just to keep it simple, this is what we're looking at. Okay. So the price, this high is taken out. This is 1 hour time frame perspective. And that is one. We have different levels we can work with around there. But let's see how this goes. A sell into this level before we have a buy going forward. And also we have another level here, which is also a very good one. And it's a demand level too. So I wouldn't mind seeing the price to actually stick on into this range as well and give us a buy momentum in the future. And this is good. I'm trying to walk around a risk management that will not be too much for an account size. But definitely, you know your account size, you know your lot size, but I can easily move around on lower time frames to spot these options or this form of analysis. That will save you. So if you are trading this will be important. This is first point of interest, second point of interest going forward for gold for this week. And at the same time, I have another momentum right here, which is on the that was on daily. Actually, it was on daily. I saw it. I think it was on daily. But let me just refine it a little bit more. This could have made sense. I could have waited for to see the price around there, and it's still good. This is a 4 hour time frame perspective too. This is a tricky one. Seriously, gold is tricky for this week, so be careful, guys. I'm not going to take this until price gets to any of them. So I know I'm this right here good. Okay, this is a sell momentum, a potential sell zone on gold. We have multiple levels we can deal with right now, guys. So we have to be very careful. Trading good for this week, we have to be really, really careful. Right here, this is a good zone too, and you can tell this is what we're looking at. This is one, two, three. Come on, it's too much. But well, let's keep this very simple. Let's make it like this. Let's make it like this to reduce the risk going forward for the week. All right. So, anyhow it is, you have to trade with caution, and I believe it's going to make sense at the end of the day. All right. This week is very volatile. You can avoid gold for now. The structure there is so tricky right here. It's so tricky. All right. Without much ado, further ado on this one, weekly time frame perspective on BTC US dollar. It's very simple what we're looking at. I'm looking for a sell moment, a buy momentum into this level in the future. All right. Into this level here. Currently, we are in a buy zone, demand zone on the weekly, which market is currently around there again. And what I want to see is simple. I want to see more buy going forward. Only if the price breaks below here, then I'll be looking for more sell. But right here is still holding. I'll be looking for more buy on BTC US dollar on the lower time frame perspective. That being said, on the daily time frame, what does it look like? I'll be looking for that buy is still there. You remember the buy I gave out is still there. So, nothing much here. On the daily, I want to see more buy till the price gets here. I've been saying that over time. Also, this is another level which I'm expecting the price to get into. Already, price is in a buying zone. So every indication spots to the direction that we should be buying. Sorry, BTC US dollar, not good. This is BTC US dollars. So, by 4 hour time frame, is it looking interesting? The price I was expecting to get here before it started selling, it didn't. Yes, it didn't. So right now. This level has not been taken out really. This level has not been taken out. Has it been taken out? It has not. But basically, on higher time frame perspective, the projection for me is to see this guy sell more. If the price is able, it's very, very possible that we have more continuation of that buy. On 4 time frame perspective, nothing much to be expected. I think I've made it already. Like expecting the price to just react with this level. Otherwise, if the price will be taken out this low, then we'll be looking for a sell. So this entire structure will change. That means we'll be looking for more sell right here. But from what we have here, more indication is pointing to this direction. So even on the weekly time frame, like I said, it's there. Everything I've talked about is right here. On the weekly time frame perspective, we have this zone where we're expecting the price to move into for a sell. Right. If we're buying, the price is expected to get in here at 97.97 thereabouts for a buy momentum. So from there, we want to see reaction for a sell or continuation of a buy. So that being said, nothing much there. S&P 500 being the last one we're talking about today. Okay, good. No, not good. Witty, yeah. Over the week, I've talked about this. I said we should be looking for sale, and fantastic, it's been selling. And the sale I'm seeing right there should continue till the price gets to a price level like this. I'm still looking at that zone. Now we're close to the last week target, which I gave out. Congratulations to those that took that sale. Okay, S&P 500, I said we should be looking for more sale. It's looking like a massive sale ahead of time. All right. So basically, I'm expecting the price to actually react with that zone. Of course, last week gave us momentum. It gave us significant sell opportunity. We made profit of this. For anyone, excuse me, I'm battling cold. So sorry. So trust me, everything looking good here is about sell momentum, and there's still more opportunity. Look at this zone here. Look at what we have. In fact, it's looking like it's going to smash that zone. Okay. We have other zones here. If yes, it's too far, there's another level we're looking at. This is another one right here in front of us. And these are the levels we can be expecting the price to get into in the future, in the nearest future, by the way. Okay. In 2 weeks, 3 weeks thereabouts, we can have S&P 500 here. It's looking good for a sell, massive sell. So let me take this out so we don't have too much things on the chart. On the daily time frame perspective, nothing really much. I said it before now. Last week was a good one. Look at what the market did. Come on, guys. Expected that to happen to a sell momentum, and it happened. Thursday and Friday was massive for this guy. Okay, and that is S&P 500. Expecting more sell on that. Going forward for this week, we have significant levels. So let me take out some of the drawings and the rest of that. Over the weeks, these are the levels I've been targeting that the price we get into and get smashed, and they actually moved there. They get smashed. Look at this. This was the last one, or one of the last ones. Okay, and this was another one here, which the market has not gotten there. I'm taking it out. The next one we have was here. Market surge on Monday as market opened on Sunday night last week. It smashed, dropped into it and above it, and retested in my own zone. And what was the projection I gave right there? Look at it. Look at the stop loss level. So if you survive this somehow, or you move into the market after this surge, that means with this, you'll still be getting a fantastic entry later on the Wednesday of the week, which was from here. Look at this. The market didn't take out the stop loss and gave massive sell momentum right there. Can you see? So look at my projection line, just like that. Look at this projection line. I'm just taking it out now for you to see it. So the thing is, it's beautiful to see the market moving as you projected and it's in all the levels you want it to hit into. But we have a massive sale here. So I'm done with this one. I'm done with this information too. Then, okay. I could leave that. No, I don't need it anyways. I don't need it. So with this now that we have here, what are we expecting to see? Probably now the market has shifted and broken this structure significantly. What can we be expecting going forward for the week? Now, this is a level. We can see the price. Most likely it can sell without reaching here. Yes, I feel that this can happen too, not just because it's emotion, it's response to price action as well. Okay. So this is very possible, or we have it this way. But I don't give that kind of analysis. If it doesn't buy it, it's if it doesn't sell, it's buy. I don't do that. So basically, this is what let me just sit around here, or let me give 2 points where you could be entering from. So this is the first point of interest, which is reasonable, but I love to go extreme. So I would love to see it here. Most likely the price won't do it. Most likely the one that most likely looks like what the market will do is right here. Why am I using that? Because what you're seeing in the market and what you've seen the behavior of the asset doing, they are two different things. So let's be careful how we navigate through these things. All right. So this looks good. I would rather be waiting for this, though. I would love to go with extremes, but on this one, it's massive. It's the aggression is much. Okay, the aggression is just much. And if you check Fibonacci tool, this is about a premium level too. So I'll just sit with this, okay? Going forward for this week, I'll be sitting with that outlook there. And that means I'll be selling off from here, to be clear. Yes, that's what it means. Your stop loss level, that means the stop loss could be wide. I think that's the only thing. It could be wide this much. And with this sell, 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 it looks big anyways. It looks big. Otherwise, what should we do? Instead, I give two outlook on this one, whereby we have another entry here. If this one move like this, so what we do is here, if you have it like this, if your stop loss gets hit, that means this will be the next level we should be looking out for. And that also means we can have something like this. But I don't like doing this kind of analysis. Okay, it's not really my style. Okay, this is another one. I'm just trying to see how this can be traded without putting so much on the table. Okay. So basically, this is what I'll be looking for. All right, let's see how the markets react. Let's see how it goes. From there, it's going to make more sense. Okay, let's talk about Witty. Nothing much on Witty though, if we look at it from that angle. This is where I'm expecting, this was where I was expecting the market to get into before it starts selling. It didn't get there. The market is heading towards another price level now, which is closer. But then let's see what that looks like on the weekly time frame perspective, going forward with the crude oil. There's so much noise going around, the everything right now. Ranging, just nothing in here, nothing here. Ranging. On weekly time frame ranging. On daily time frame, nothing much as well. Just moving back and forth, back and forth. Nothing is really happening. Sitting on 98%, $98 rather. I've always said that. I said it in the last week outlook. I made a content. I talk about it in educative content that it will be around that 100 last regardless. Now everything is passing up, and until we have a major significant high impact fundamental breakout again or breaking news. So let's see how it goes. This one right here is nothing. I'm not really surprised. This oh no. I'm looking for this. So nothing much is here. Nothing much is here. So see, seriously speaking, yeah, I think I'm done for this week. All right. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the week. And bye for now.